Wagwan, everybody. I am your Jamaican queen, Miss Y. You are tuned into How I See It TV, and this is Accurate Context. Good morning, everyone. It is what? Wednesday, which means we are 2 days away. Wait, yeah, let's say 2 days away. We're still gonna count Wednesday in it. 2 days away from Friday. The weekend is coming, y'all. It's coming. It's coming. Good morning, Regina B. Please remember, y'all, to like this video, share the link to my channel if you feel like my content needs some more crowd. Subscribe if you have not done so as yet. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at How I See It, and on TikTok at How I See It TV. Replay gang. Please always remember to drop down in the comment section and tell me how you see things too. And everybody that's joining me live, please enter the chat. So I don't know if you guys were in here and have joined the live right now. If you caught my live yesterday where someone decided to leave a comment in my live just blatantly lying on Melody Cherie, and by default lying on Liberic as well. See, these people who I call MeloHaters, right? I have coined the phrase, or maybe somebody coined it before me, I don't know, but I felt like I said it first. These MeloHaters, they have no proof of any of the things that they sit online and say about Melody. The one thing that I've constantly heard people say about Melody, well, two things, is that Melody's passive aggressive. And I've always been like, okay, give me an example. They can't give me an example. Then they say she throws rocks and she hides her hands. I'm like, okay, that's your opinion. Give me an example. Guess what? Drum roll. They can't give an example of that. They throw all these allegations out there about Melody, and then when you ask them to give you an example of something, they can't find it. They can't come up with a good reason as to why they dislike Melody so much. And I get it. It's a reality TV show. There are going to be people that you don't like for whatever reason. But let me tell you, for as long as I've been watching reality TV, y'all, any reality TV character or any cast member from any reality TV show that I've pointed out that I don't see it for, I can give you solid reasons for my dislike of that person. Kenya, when I didn't like Kenya, I felt like she was on some mean girl-ish. How she dragged Kim Field's chair. How she kept coming for that lady's husband, trying to out him as gay when this man is a heterosexual male from as far as we know, with a wife and some kids. The first time Kenya Moore was on my TV screen, I felt like she disrespected Portia in her grandfather's home. I felt like she was too flirtatious with Apollo. And even Kenya herself has admitted that. So, but in this year for Lord and Savior 2024, well, before that, the first Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, I saw Kenya in a different light. Maybe it was the editors, because it wasn't truly original, that produced that first Ultimate Girls Trip. And we got to see that Kenya She's actually a nice person. Monique Samuels, a flip flopper. And a brown noser, a disloyal individual, someone who wanted fame at any cost. So she turned on Candace instead of Giselle, who was the one out there spreading lies about the paternity of her son with Chris. And that's Chris Samuels. Let's be clear. Giselle, in my opinion, Giselle is a colorist, or if she's not a colorist, she exhibits colorist behavior. And she latches onto everybody else's storyline. So we are how many seasons into the Real Housewives of Potomac, and we still don't know ish about Giselle. But she's always up in somebody's business, always up in somebody's marriage. And that's what I don't see it for her. Ashley, the real villain of Real Housewives of Potomac, who has come for every single woman on that cast, said some of the most vile things that you could think of. People like to say, oh my God, Candace body shamed. Season 3, Ashley, called Charisse a walrus. Season 3, Ashley told Charisse that her titties were sagging. She looked like a walrus with some sagging titties, is what Ashley said. Season 2, Ashley said that Giselle was behaving the way she was behaving because Giselle was menopausal. Season 1, Ashley went out of her way to go dig up Robin's financial information to bring it to the show. And I could go on and on and on and on and on about all these reality TV show characters that I don't like. And I can give solid reasons based on the shows, because guess what? I don't know these people in real life. So everything I say is based on their behaviors on the show and their behaviors on social media and things that they've said and done in interviews. And then they come back to the show and put on this pretense like those aren't the things that they said in interviews and on social media. Monique is a liar too, let's be clear. Because when it came out that her and Chris were getting a divorce, she decided that she was going to hop on her live with Chris by her side, talking about, oh, I don't know what people are talking about. Girl, just own your ish. A few months later, divorce papers. People magazine didn't lie. Monique did. When that altercation happened in season 5, she went on her platform, making it seem like Candace slapped her in the face with a glass, and that is why she assaulted Candace. That was the narrative that was out there before the episodes aired. And let's not even get into all the mess that Gigi, Monique's one-time best friend, all the things that she aired out, if we are to believe them to be true. So I'm just saying, y'all, I have solid reasons whenever I say, oh, I don't like this person on reality TV, or I don't like that person. I don't see it for Dr. Heavenly. She's another liar who does not share her personal story whatsoever. She attaches herself to everybody else's storyline. If she thinks that you are weak, she's going to be out here dragging you for filth. She refuses to learn people's names, and she thinks that it is funny to sit around calling people by names that they don't want to be called by. She's a loudmouth flip-flopper who came on Married to Medicine through Mariah. And the second she got on that show and she felt like her spot was secured, she turned on Mariah. She's also another brown noser because the only reason why she likes Dr. Jackie is because she feels like Dr. Jackie is above her. If she honestly felt like Jackie was beneath her, she would be dragging Jackie in the same way she does Simone, in the same way she does Toya, in the same way she does Quad, truth be told, in the same way she does Sweetie. Heavenly is not a friend to anybody. Because I'd be damned if my friend sits on a platform and tells the world that I am broke. I'll be damned if my friend sat on a platform and told the world that I go down to Ghana to look for men. That's not a friend. So again, given solid reasons for why I don't see it for heaven. So when these people come out and they're like, oh, I don't like Melody because she's a show off. Okay, give an example of how she's a show off. They can't do that. I don't like Melody because she thinks that she's better than people. Give me an example of when she depicts such a behavior. Melody is passive aggressive. Give me an instance where Melody was passive aggressive. Melody throws rocks and hides her hands. Okay, that's your opinion. Give me an example. Why can't these people give examples? Melody manipulates. Give an example of who she manipulated and how. Melody is narcissistic. Give an example of how she is narcissistic. Melody is a gaslighter. Give an example of how Melody gaslights. I mean, it's really that simple. If you're going to throw something out there, and especially if you are a content creator, a MeloHater content creator, and you are throwing out all these psychological terminologies, give examples. Give examples. Because if we want to talk about gaslighting, we can talk about how Destiny on her Messy Mental Health Mondays was literally trying to gaslight the audience into believing that she did not have a clue what type of time Melody was on when it came to her divorce with Martell. And that she had no clue that Melody would have wanted her to be on her side and her side only. That's a clear example of gaslighting right there. Because I don't know how many times that lady was supposed to say that. Child, I don't even know Melody, but watching the show, and I heard T Talk with your girl say this yesterday, just watching the show, you could tell that Melody don't want nothing to do with Martell. So why does your friend need to say, girl, you need to be teamy when it comes to the situation with Martell? You know how he's doing me, girl. I don't know how you could be friends with him. Why does she need to say that? As a woman also going through a divorce yourself, was Melody out here hanging out with LeBaric while y'all were friends? Or did she pick you? Did you have to tell her to pick you? Or did she just understand that y'all are going through something super hard and that the person whose side she needed to be on was yours. See, that right there is an example of gaslighting because, child, am I crazy? Because that's what a gaslighter does. A gaslighter makes you question your sanity. So, yeah, am I crazy? Because I felt like Melody kind of said that in several ways. Girl, she told you off camera what type of time she was on when it came to Tisha. And instead of saying, child, me and Tisha are just starting to build a friendship, I don't really need to be her friend like that. I don't know her like that. I don't have any loyalties to Tisha like that. So, friend, if you're telling me that right now you're not feeling Tisha, then it is what it is. Then it is what it is. I don't need to be cool with her like that. When y'all figure it out, then I can go back to rebuilding a friendship or trying to build a friendship with her. Because at that point in time, Destiny and Tisha were just starting to build a friendship. They were never cool like that. And they were never cool like that because Destiny was always Melody's friend. So if your friend leaves the reunion and y'all get back to Huntsville and y'all meet up for brunch and she tells you off camera before filming even starts, girl, I'm not feeling Tisha. You saw her, how she came at me on that reunion stage. This point in time, I consider her enemy. Then why does Melody have to tell you whose side you need to be on? Can somebody make that make sense for me? So that's gaslighting right there because, girl, am I crazy? Am I crazy? Because Melody been saying she not cool with them people. So how all of a sudden you didn't know that she wasn't cool with them? Make it make sense, Destiny. Make it make sense. Hi, Denise. Green Bass, hi. You said you stopped watching Real Housewives of Potomac because of Giselle and Ashley. Child, I almost stopped watching too because of them. I believe she does the wrong name pronunciation intentionally. She thinks it's funny. That's exactly what it is. She thinks that it's funny. Good morning, Regina B. And they don't have examples. And that's my issue with these people. That they never can put out a clear example of why they dislike Melody. Oh, Melody tried to destroy the Scots marriage. Okay, but you're out here capping for Martell though. I watched season 1. If you're going to hold Melody accountable for things she said about the Scots marriage, then y'all should have the same energy for Martell. Why don't you have the same energy for Martell? Why is Melody the only one that y'all still constantly blame for things that were said about the Scots marriage in season 1? When Martell was right there too, doing way more and saying way more than Melody ever did. Again, give me examples because I promise you I can rebut majority of what these MeloHaters are going to throw out there. I guarantee you, I can rebut majority of what they put out there. This, she tried to destroy the Scots night. Tisha sat her butt on the reunion and said that the girl that was going to come on the show to air Marcel out said that she would have done it if they were going to pay her more money. Girl, you just told on your husband right there. Because why would this woman choose to come on national TV and lie just for the sake of money? You know what I think? I think that that lady did not want to come out here admitting to be some married man's mistress for a little bit of money. She decided that she didn't want to be a coleslaw out here talking for free. Because at the least, Coleslaw could have gotten paid for some of them interviews, so she could have had some money in her pocket that she could have probably invested into something that could be earning her some coins right now, instead of being that girl who was used as a tool to break up a family. And I always say she was used as a tool, because let's be clear, Marta was the only person married. But at the end of the day, there came a point in time when Coleslaw knew what was up. She knew that that was a married man. She knew he had 2 kids. Then he went back and he had a 3rd kid. And then she knew Melody was pregnant with the 4th. And she still stuck around. And this is where I think people get it messed up when they say, oh, Ariane was a side chick for 5 years. And because of that, they say Melody knew for 5 years. No, Ariane knew for 5 years that she was a side chick. Melody found out her husband was cheating in 2017 and left them in 2020. That does not equal 5 years. That does not equal to 5 years. And I'm not great at math, but I can guarantee y'all 2017 to April 2020, that does not equal 5 years. But whoever that girl, I remember her name, who had a conversation with Carlos King too. Because remember, when Carlos tried to make it seem like Melody was just going to bring this random girl onto the TV show to talk about how she was with Marsaw, Melody said, You're not about to just throw me under the bus. Carlos, you were on the call too. She spoke to you as well. And y'all couldn't figure it out because y'all didn't want to pay this girl to come on the show. And I can't fault that lady for not wanting the headache, for not wanting to put herself out there as the type of woman that sleeps with married men for some chump change, maybe for $1,000, maybe for $500. Who knows what they were trying to pay her? I would have come on no TV show for no $500 or $1,000, not even 2, child. Tisha admitted this on the reunion, that the girl told her that she was going to do it, but they didn't want to pay her. She needed more money to do it. And Tisha said that with her chest, child, like she was saying something. And I was like, Tisha, do you just realize that you just walked into admitting that this lady potentially did have some information on your husband? And the only reason she didn't come to the show to talk about it is because she wasn't getting paid enough. But I think that went over a lot of people's heads. It didn't go over mine, though. Did not go over mine. But I said all of that to say that was season 1. And Melody apologized. But yet, 6 seasons later, people are still like, Melody tried to ruin the Scots marriage. And I always say, well, if that's the only thing that you have, then why are you out here caping for Martell? Why are the Scots still friends with Martell if that was such a big deal? If they try, if the Scots marriage was about to be ruined, then it wasn't just Melody, because she was a married woman at that time. It was Holt and Holt at that time. It was Team Holt at that point in time. It was Martell airing Marceau out. and Melody having her husband's back. That's what that was. It was Melody talking. It was her having her husband's back. So why don't y'all have the same energy for Martell? Why don't the Scots have the same energy for Martell? If Melody is a dark soul because she tried to ruin my marriage, then how comes Martell doesn't have a dark soul? When he was on that season 1 reunion stage, coming for you, Tisha. He was lighting Tisha up on that reunion stage. Do y'all remember? I was listening to Black Women Are in the Building yesterday, and she was talking about all these new content creators in the Love and Marriage Huntsville sector who do not know what the hell they're talking about. Like that guy Heavenly was talking to the other day, I think on her channel or his channel, I don't remember his name, and he was talking about Melody sells wigs. I was like, Melody sells hair? Boy, when? Been following Melody since season 1 of the show. I have never seen Melody promote a wig, not a hair extension, not a closure, not some bundles. So where did that dude get that from? Melody sells hair. Like who are these people? Some of these people in the Love and Marriage Huntsville sector coming out the woodworks, trying to defend Destiny, but defending her with lies. Trying to defend Tisha, but defending her with lies. Dislike Melody so much. For what reason? I don't know, because they still can't give a concrete reason. But in the words of Marsau, they're just throwing everything to the wall to see what's going to stick, child. And nothing's sticking. And Martell is the one who accused Marsau of having 20 girlfriends, but Tisha flipped it and blamed it all on Melody. Exactly. And they're still cool with Martell, while Melody has all the blame. And the MeloHaters can't explain that to me. They can't explain to me how everybody has more smoke for Melody than they do for Martell. When Martell was the one out here airing these men out. And Melody was just having her husband's back like any good wife would. They cannot explain that to me. They can't. So yesterday, y'all, while I was on my live, my lunchtime live, and I might go live today again at 12, y'all, so stay tuned for that. So yesterday, while I was on live, and let me loop this so y'all can see, this person decided that they were going to hop into my live and say this mess as if it were true. So this is what they said. Oh, let me take your comment down, Reen Bass. This is what they said. Child, why did I put it on this thing? I put it on the wrong background. But anyways, they said, LeBerick be all at Mimosas with Melody, taking photos with Mel, and then Mel got the nerve to windmill for LeBerick. Child, when they said that, I said, say what now? I was like, say what? I gotta change this. I gotta change this because I put it on the wrong thing. Just give me 1 second, y'all, so I can change it. Check, 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 check. All right. I want to put it up again, but on a different, background. All right, I'm adding it. I was like, LeBerick was at Mimosas with Melody. I was like, which one? That's what I was thinking in my mind. So this is what the person says. Jai Harper, whoever this person is. Let me loop it. Because this is how they lie. This is how these people blatantly lie on Melody. They want to defend Destiny. They want to defend Destiny hanging around Martell still. They want to defend Destiny posting that video of the Eminem kids with coleslaw. That's what they're trying to defend, right? And in trying to put up that defense, they come with lies. So here's the lie that was told in my live yesterday. LeBerick be all at Mimosas with Mel, taking photos with Mel, and then Mel got the nerve to windmill for LeBerick, talking about pay him his money. She do stuff like that, then hides her hands. I was like, excuse me? Good morning, Melanie. Good morning. Love Key, how are you too? I was like, excuse me? So I had to say during my live yesterday, that's a lie. Why would you come into my live to tell such a blatant lie when I was at both Mimosas with Melody event? I was at the one in Atlanta. LeBerick was not there. I was at the one in Huntsville. You would have thought LeBerick would have been at that one, considering that it's in Huntsville. Since this person wants to lie, he was not there. So what pictures did they see of LeBerick at Mimosas with Melody? I would like to know. I would like to know how I was at the Mimosas with Melody in Atlanta and the Mimosas with Melody in Huntsville, and I did not see LeBerick. Now, anybody else who was at Mimosas with Melody, any one of them, did y'all see LeBerick there? Because, child, I must have missed him. Because I would have been trying to get some info if I had seen him there. Now, when I went to Huntsville, I was supposed to get an Uber over there to LeBerick's spot. What you call it? What's the name of his restaurant? I don't remember the name of his restaurant. But I wanted to go, but it just didn't work out. I was supposed to go to 2 places while I was there in Huntsville, and it just didn't work out. It's whatever. But I didn't see LeBerick at that event either. So why come out of the woodwork for the first time in my chat? Because I've never seen this person in my chat. Thank you, Reen Bass. Gels. Yeah. Gels barbecue. Was it like barbecue pit or something? But it's like a barbecue joint. Love Key says that is the same person going from platform to platform spreading lies. He's also going to different platforms lying on CCs. That's crazy. Like I hit that blocked so fast. Because then he continued to say things. Like when I debunked that lie, he went on to say something else. And I didn't even read that. Or maybe I did. And I didn't screenshot that. But it's like, why blatantly lie? And why go to a content creator's channel that you know is clearly a fan of Melody to tell that lie? Now, you can go to a content creator who's never been to any of the Mimosas with Melody event and tell this lie, and they'll be like, oh my God, LeBerick was at Mimosas with Melody. Oh, they took pictures. Yeah, that's what you do in those content creators' chats. Tell those lies and let them run with it because they don't know any better. But Sir J.I. Harper, don't come into my chat under any other name with the foolishness. Because just like I'm calling you out now, I'm going to keep calling you out. Because it's one thing to come in the chat and state your opinion. Again, state that, oh, I don't like Melody because she throws rocks and hides her hands. Okay, that's your opinion. But then I'm going to ask you to give me an example. And if you can't give me an example, then clearly you're saying some BS. I want my channel to be a safe space. I want everybody to be able to enter the yard and understand that how I see things and how you see things, they don't have to be the same, but you can express that. But I'm not going to allow you to express a blatant lie. I'm not going to allow anyone on my platform to tell a blatant lie. Because I don't get on my platform and lie about any of the cast members or any celebrity that I talk about on YouTube. I will report on the nonsense and I will give my commentary and I will get off of YouTube and go do my job and go take care of my baby and go take care of my husband and my home. And that's that. And I listen to the content creators who do the same. They report the mess and then they give their commentary on the mess and they key about the mess and then they get off of YouTube and go about their business. Those are the content creators that I listen to. I do not subscribe to or listen to any content creator who sits on their platform and just blatantly lies on people. And I also don't listen to content creators who sit around and allow people in their chats to blatantly lie on people. It's one thing to clown and throw shade and do all of that, but it's another thing to just lie. It's another thing to just lie. And a stupid lie at that. Because all these content creators who were at Mimosas with Melody, you're telling me not one of them saw LeBeric or got a picture with LeBeric? Content creators who are MeloHaters were at the event in Huntsville taking pictures with Marsaw and Maurice and Kimmy and Trish and Ken. Even Marquez, people got pictures with Marquez too. And Sunny. Even the Fletchers. I got a video with the Fletchers. But you're telling me we did not see LeBeric? How comes? He was incognito, he was invisible, but the MeloHaters managed to get a picture of him flicked up with Melody? That's wild. Love Key, I was so shocked when he said it in the chat. I was like, I read it like LeBeric be all at Mimosas with Melody, taking photos. I was like, what? And then it dawned on me like, wait, LeBeric was not at any of the Mimosas with Melody. And then it dawned on me again, girl, you were there. I'm like, oh, I was there. So this is not me just speaking from an opinion like, I don't think LeBeric was there. He was not. He was not in attendance. Try to defend Destiny in another way. Come up with something else. And the only thing else that y'all can come with is, Destiny had a business deal with somebody that was Melody's friend and the lady pulled out. And I ain't got to do with Melody. That lady isn't obligated to Destiny. She wasn't obligated to go through with that business deal. She was doing it as a favor for Melody. That business deal was not beneficial to her. She had no loyalty to Destiny. So this is what I need people to understand. And I need to go and remember the name of that lady. Why? I always say I'm going to go back and get her name because I keep calling her Melody's friend. She has a whole name, whole business. What is her name? Oh my God, what is her name? All right, I promise y'all, the next time I bring this up, I'm going to know this lady's name. But the point still stands. She didn't owe Destiny anything. So for Destiny to sit up and make it a problem that that lady pulled out of a business deal, thank you, Love Key, Derica. Derica didn't owe Destiny anything. People pull out of business deals all the time. And a lot of people pull out of business deals because they have loyalty to somebody on the other side. That happens all the time in business. Derica was not Destiny's friend. Derica was somebody that Destiny happened to have met through Melody. Derica is Melody's good friend. So while you are on interviews talking negatively about my friend, I'm supposed to, in good conscience, follow through with a business deal for you when the only reason I was doing it in the first place was because Melody asked me to do her a favor on your behalf? Like, I need the people to make that make sense. Like, let's be for real, for once, MeloHaters. Let's be for real. Because, y'all, whenever I come on my platform, I'm always talking to the MeloHaters. Because we who are in here, who follow Melody, who listen to interviews, who watch Instagram lives and TikTok lives, and the ones who are here, who are Team Melody, who have seen some of the things said and done to her on social media and on that show, we know what we're talking about, right? We know what we're talking about. So majority of what I'm saying is for the MeloHaters who are listening in the bushes, because I know, just like this dude was in the bushes in my live yesterday and decided to hop out with a lie, I know some MeloHaters are in here. So I need the MeloHaters in here to make it make sense for me. Break it down like I am in preschool. Like I'm in pre-K 3 or pre-K 4 or VPK. Break it down for me. Derica is Melody's good friend. Destiny met Derica through Melody. However, they were not acquaintances, they were not associates. Just a businesswoman that through networking, Destiny met through Melody. Melody, because she was friends with Destiny, asked her good friend Derica to do her a favor on behalf of Destiny. Derica said, okay, Mel, I'll do it for you. Destiny and Melody, they're no longer friends. Melody isn't even telling Derica what's happening, but Derica is seeing the mess that's going down on social media. She's seeing the interviews that Destiny is doing about her good friend. Now tell me, MeloHaters, as a good friend, would you be able, if you were in Derica's position, seeing the things that Destiny was talking about on social media about your friend, would you in good conscience be able to go through with that business deal that you weren't even keen on doing? You were just doing it because of the love that you have for your friend Melody. Would you, in all honesty, be able to go through with that business deal with Destiny? And if y'all say yes, you would be able to, then y'all know that y'all are MFN lying. Because I would have pulled out of the deal too. This girl is not my friend. I have no allegiance to her. We were not associates. We never talked like that. And the few times we spoke was because of this business deal that I was going to do with her. It was never on some key stuff. So if I see her going at my friend online, guess what? Yeah. I don't want to be a part of mess. It wouldn't feel right to know that you're sitting talking about, oh, nobody can go through bankruptcy and bounce back like that. And oh, guys, let's talk about how I was renting cars for her. Child, what friend could sit around and listen to that and say, okay, this to do, I'm still gonna do the business deal with you. Right. And if it was my friend you were mistreating, I would have pulled out on you too. Thank you. On my bed. Got to get up. Thank you. Thank you, Rebas. Exactly. So that's pretty much, I think, the only other thing that they have to say about Melody. That's it. And I pointed out yesterday that when Leberick posted that picture of Tank and Law, Melody did not repost it because she could not repost it. It would have gone against the court ruling that says she cannot post her own children to her social media. So Destiny can't even say Melody out here posting her child because Melody did not even repost that picture that Leberick posted. So where's the respect? Where's the boundaries? You not cool with their mama, you cool with their daddy, and he too can post the kids on social media, but you're not cool with Mel. And as a mother, you should have known, Destiny, that that would have been a problem, you posting those videos. And again, it wasn't that you posted the kids, it was that you had them in a video with that slow girl who not only disrespected Mel, but also disrespected those children too. Like, let's be clear. What else is Destiny going to come with? Oh, she's been around Ariane and the children seem to like Ariane. Okay. Like I'm thinking about all the things that I feel like Destiny feels like she has in the chamber that she's ready to, to shoot out there. Okay, they seem to like her. Okay. Or maybe these children are just raised to have respect for an adult figure. So what does she want them to do? Be over there disrespecting Coleslaw? Turning up their noses when she walks by them? Being rude to her if she asks them to do something? Like, I don't know. But I can guarantee you that that's one of the dumb-ish that Destiny might come out here saying. And if she says that, once again, we're crossing a line. Because why are you talking about Melody's kids? And anything that has to do with them. Oh, the next comment that this guy posted was, oh, Destiny has more receipts, and when she drops those receipts, Melody is going to be embarrassed. And me and some of the other people that were in my chat, they were like telling him that no, the only person that has anything to be embarrassed about out here is Destiny. Because let's be clear. Let's be clear. Destiny's the one out here lying, and people are out here dropping receipts on her. She don't have anything on Melody. They haven't been friends in over 2 years. There's nothing happening in Melody's life today, that Destiny can speak on. However, she out here talking about she was dating rappers, and people who know this rapper, they're like, we've never seen her around. She must have been hidden, child. Because she says that all the time, like, I was dating this rapper. Okay. It seems to me that rapper didn't know he was dating you. You out here talking about you know people and throwing names of people, out there. And these people are saying, I don't know her. Send me a picture, girl. Girl, I don't know this girl. You out here talking about Moses was texting you up and down all the way until October. And the truth is that you were the one texting that man, hounding him with messages after messages after messages. And he was barely responding. Good morning, love. And I said that my husband is a Jamaican, right? And when I met my husband, he used to say, good morning, Empress, every single day. And I thought I was special, child. I thought I was special because he was calling me Empress. Only to find out that that's just how he talks. We'll be walking down the street and he's walking by a woman and she says hello to him and he'd be like, Wagwan, Empress. Mutual friends, well, not mutual friends, but childhood friends who are women that, will text them to ask for a favor or whatever. It, he'll answer the phone and be like, Empress Wagwan. That's just how my husband talks. But it seems to me like a woman like Destiny, if she was texting my husband and he said, good morning, Empress, she would have been out here telling people that my man was in love with her. Because I just feel like Moses was on some good morning, dear, good morning, love, in the most dry of ways. In the same way my husband will say, good morning, Empress, to a random stranger who is a woman that he's walking by on the road. To the point where I had to say to him when I realized that he wasn't referring to me as Empress, as in I'm his queen, da 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 da. I was like, okay, don't call me Empress anymore. Because you just be saying that to everybody. I need you to find me a special name. Call that immature. I don't care. Because as I said, this is when we first met. And this is just like down the line. I'm like, babe, yeah, you can be calling me Empress and everybody else Empress. And so he found me a cuter name. I'm just saying. So was Moses's good morning, love the equivalent of my husband's Wagwan Empress? Even when he comes to my job and he's talking to the women at the front desk, he be on some Wagwan Empress. It's just how he talks. And I'm sure that those ladies at the front desk at my school do not feel like my husband is coming on to them because he walks in the building and he's on some good afternoon, Wagwan Empress. Y'all good? How your day going? I'm sure they don't feel like he wants them because he's saying that. So I just feel like, in my opinion, based on how Sonny says that this is just how Moses talks, he likes to say love and he likes to say dear, and that's just how he talks. I feel like those good morning love was just the equivalent of my husband saying Wagwan Empress. Am I wrong, y'all? Love Key says Destiny would take a simple salutation as an invitation to get to know him. Listen, I'm gonna tell my husband, look at this woman's picture, and if you ever see her anywhere, please don't say Empress to her, because she gonna feel like you about to be her new man, or that you want her, or that you're flirting with her, because that's what it's given. And Jamaican men, they will riz you, okay? They will riz you. They'll be like, Wagwan, babes. And they don't really want to be with you like that. It's just how they talk. They will babe you and impress you to death, these Jamaican men. Okay? And if you don't know the culture, you will honestly feel like these men are flirting with you. Beautiful you, they will impress you, beautiful you, babe you to death. These Jamaican men. In Jamaica, the taxi service is kind of different, right? There's like a whole pool of taxis that are lined up, and all these taxi drivers, they are competing for customers. It's a crazy situation in Jamaica, but it's fun, right? It's not like it's just our culture. And when you're walking up to these taxis trying to figure out which one you're about to go into, and you see these men running towards you, and they're like babes, and they like to say browning, and when they say browning, they're usually talking about like a light skinned woman. So anyways, they'll be like, babes, I just need one more another taxi for move. Empress, Empress, beautiful. And they will do that to you. And I promise you, if you don't understand the culture, you'll feel like you got five men running to you, calling you babes and beautiful and empress, because they're trying to wife you up. So I understand when Sunny says, that's just how my husband talks. And here goes Destiny talking about good morning, love, good morning, love, good morning, love. That reminded me of OG. OG's receipts were receipting, okay? When OG was like, hey babe, hey babe, hey babe. But let's get back to Jahai Harper or Jahai Harper. LeBerick was not at Mimosas with Melody, so hence there could never have been a picture taken. And the last picture that we have of Melody and LeBerick together was at the season 2 launch of Embrace. That's the last picture, y'all. And Destiny was there because Destiny and LeBerick were together at that point in time. So that's the last picture we have of Melody and LeBerick together. So how this person came out the woodwork to talk about some LeBerick be all at Mimosas with Mel taking photos. Don't come to some of these Melody fan YouTube channels to tell lies. Stay with your Melo hate. Stay with your lies about Melody on the CC's platforms that want to sit and lie on her. And y'all can be echo chambers, lying all together. Because if you come over here with a lie, it's going to be debunked in real time. So might as well y'all stay in the bushes. If you are a Melo hater, just stay in the bushes. Listen to the facts. Listen to the facts. So that when you go over to your favorite CC who does not like Melody and they are telling lies on the platform, you can understand that you're definitely on the wrong side. And guess what? I listen to content creators who don't necessarily like Melody. But the reason I can listen to those content creators is because they're not lying. They're just stating their opinions. And everybody's entitled to an opinion. And if I like the content creator enough, because the truth is, there are some content creators who I can't stomach their Love and Marriage Huntsville commentary. But when it comes to their commentary on Married to Medicine, I agree with everything that they say. We like the same people on Married to Medicine. When it comes to their analysis of the Real Housewives of Potomac, we like the same people, we're of the same opinion. And so sometimes it's hard for me not to support them simply because they are not fans of Melody. But as long as they're respectful, sometimes I'll be in the chat like, that's not true. What you're saying is not true. Where did you get that from? And then I give them the facts. And sometimes they'll read my comment like, oh, I didn't know that. See, that I can respect. When you can say you dislike somebody, and when somebody gives you the fact, you can say, oh, I didn't know that. Well, maybe I was wrong. And then you continue with your commentary. But there are too many MeloHater content creators out here who, the minute you step into their chat and you drop some facts, they block you because they want to sit and continue to lie. And I can't respect people like that. That's why I stay away from a lot of these other content creators because they lie too much. So, Mr. Harper, whoever you are, don't come back over here lying. And when I say don't come back over here, I mean don't go using somebody else's account to come over here lying. Because once again, just like you were debunked yesterday in real time, I'm going to debunk you again in real time. So that's it, y'all. Please remember to like this video. If you didn't like it on your way in, hit that like button on the way out. Share my content if you feel like it needs crowd. Just hit that share button. Say, y'all, you need to check out this live. Miss Y, she was debunking some liar that was in her chat, lying on Melody. Subscribe if you have not done so yet. Just hit that subscribe button. And replay gang. I told you how I see things. Drop in the comment section below and let me know how you see things too. Everyone that was in my yard this morning, Regina B, Denisa, Reen Bass, Melanie, Love Key. Thank you all for being in the yard, chatting with me. See y'all probably around 12 o'clock for my lunchtime live. And until then, walk good, and I'll see y'all in these YouTube streets. Bye.